Man, oh man, I see a lot of people who are like really motivated and they play tons of hours every day with like little to no results. And then they come to me like, why am I not where I should be? Like, I'm playing the game, I should just be improving, right? And most of the time it's because they have the wrong mindset to begin with. Like, they're not even close. So today we'll talk about how having the right mindset can help you maximize your potential. For that, I'll make a quick summary of the book Mindset, written by Professor Carol Dweck. She's a psychologist who has been doing research on development for 3 decades, mostly in school environment, but this applies to any discipline really. So let's get started. First off, we need to know that there is basically 2 kinds of mindsets when it comes to growth: the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. Fixed mindset basically describes people who see their qualities as fixed traits that cannot change. With a fixed mindset, talent is enough to lead to success, and effort to improve these talents is not required. One is born with a certain amount of skill and intelligence that cannot be improved upon. To be honest, those are not the kind of people you want to hang around with if you want to become good or great at something. They'll most likely be the one who end up trying to bring you down because they fear that you succeed where they could not, or mess up their whole belief system. They'll actually project their fears and limited beliefs into you. And sometimes it comes from your family, sometimes it comes from your best friend. So yeah, you better watch out for that. Though having a fixed mindset does not mean you're a bad person. Most of the time this is adopted through parenting, life experience, or school. But that's another big topic that we don't have time for today. At the opposite side, we have the growth mindset, who describes people who believe that their most basic qualities can be developed through dedication and hard work. Brains and talent are just starting points. This view creates a love of learning and a resilience that is essential for great accomplishment. It's basically your usual shonen anime protagonist. He wants something, he's not good enough, so he goes and gets it through hard work and perseverance. Okay, so now we got the definition down. Let's see why does it matter though. Why does having a fixed mindset or growth mindset matters a lot? You kind of got an idea with the definition, but I'll go more in details. In a fixed mindset, everything is about the outcome. It's all about results. You're always trying to prove something, whether it is a good thing or a bad thing. If you fail at what you wanted, then all your efforts have been wasted. And in my last video on how science explains talent and how it's grown, that you can check by clicking, I think it's on the right side, well, you will see that this is not true. But yeah, having this type of mindset also means that you're not likely to get out of your comfort zone. Because what's the point? You're either good at something or you don't, right? So why bother practicing?
You tried your best and you failed miserably. The lesson is never try.
Better be lazy and complain about how life fucked me up because I have bad genes, bad teammates, and bad luck. And this is what I call the victim mindset. That's what I used to do before starting to educate myself the right way. But I'm woke now. I've ascended from elo hell. Anyway, you can have a fixed mindset but be open-minded, like have a fixed mindset but check for coaching, right? However, the feedback you will hear will sound like a personal attack. It will be more about your ego than really getting feedback and looking to grow. I've been coaching people who say they want feedback, but all they want really is for me to tell them that it's not their fault and that they are actually unlucky with their teammates and they have no control over what's happening. But then they get upset because they realize they actually have control over it and they're just not doing shit, they're just complaining. And to those people, man, I just want to say, if you want someone to sugarcoat you, ask your grandma, don't ask a coach. At least you get a dinner on top of it. That's a win-win situation. Stop wasting people's time. Now let's talk about the king and queens. So on another hand, we have the growth mindset that emphasizes on the long-term growth. You value what you're doing regardless of the outcomes. You're more focused on the process. Because even though you get a bad outcome, you got to learn and improve while doing it. You got to experience new stuff. And you're more likely to take challenges and tackle problems by going out of your comfort zone because you realize that it's where you will improve and become a better person, athlete, artist, or whatever you want. The choices are infinite. You choose. It's your life. I'm not gonna write it for you. Now the book has a lot of examples and studies, like she's been trying this growth mindset stuff for like 3 decades in a school environment because it's where she works, right? And she managed to take bottom of the state classes in disadvantaged areas to the top 5% of the National Achievement Test and at the top of New York State. I also linked some of the sources for the studies if you want to know more about it, but I suggest you just read the book. Like the link is in the description, the Amazon link, and actually if you buy it, like I get affiliate, you already know how it works, right? Now I need to say one thing. You can switch from one belief system to another at any point of time, or even multiple times in a day, or have a growth mindset in one area and fixed mindset in another. For example, you think you can grow in Overwatch or like any video games, but you don't think you can grow in like with your social skills or like in sports or discipline. This is why you gotta check yourself, and the easiest ways to do that is first, look at the words you use. Do they encourage you to keep on working and learning, or are they encouraging you to settle for what you have, or even worse, give up in the face of adversity? For example, if you say, I can't do it, that's a fixed mindset. Now, if you say, I can't do it yet, you're in a growth mindset. Now you know it's a matter of time and work now, and you're most likely going to reach it depending on your level of motivation. I say that because having growth mindset doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna achieve or what you want, right? It just means, well, you're okay with the fact that there are steps that you need to achieve before getting to that level. Like if you have a growth mindset and you don't do shit afterwards, well, that just makes you an optimistic dreamer. You're just hoping for the best at this point. But in my experience, it's only when your dreams become goals and you actually become a goal chaser instead of a dream chaser that real shit starts to happen. So yeah, you choose your camp. It's just my opinion. You do what you want. It's your life. Also, you need to check your ego from time to time, because this is one of the reasons why people switch from growth mindset and go back to a fixed mindset is because of their ego. As a competitive player myself, when I reached pretty high level of success, I started getting known for being good at certain things. And as the time went by, I started taking this identity, and instead of trying to become even better, I was just trying to maintain that identity that people got me, the identity that I acquired. So it ended up in me taking less risk in practice and playing more passive in general, just sticking with all the stuff I knew instead of like trying to innovate on my play. And it took me a while to understand that it was just my ego that was messing with my growth. This is why you should also watch out on how you praise people and how people's praise can mess you up. Most of the time you will see that it's better to praise someone's effort rather than their intellect or talent or whatever. Because the human nature makes it so that we like praises. Like, you know how dogs like treats? We're kind of the same, unfortunately. We like that simple with fucking praises. And so you better watch out, because sometimes, like I said, you will start to adopt the identity that people give you, and instead of striving for more, you will be focusing on the outcome, the results, confirming your identity that people gave you, your ego basically, instead of focusing on the process. So basically you switch from a growth mindset to a fixed mindset, and I saw that happen a lot, so please watch out for that. Okay, so with all this knowledge, the conclusion will be, stop focusing on your rank, stop focusing on the results basically, stop focusing on just trying to get a rank and just this shiny border, fuck that. Focus on your growth, alright? Every time you play a game, focus on your growth, because at the end of the day, if you become a better player, whether you have good or bad teammates, you will climb. You will have a positive win rate, and mathematically, you will climb. One day or another, you will climb. And yeah, that's basically about it for this video. So I hope you found value in this video. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And if you want more content like this, you can support me by liking and subscribing. You know, it's free karma and free knowledge. Also, one more thing. I started streaming on Twitch now regularly at twitch.tv/IzumaOW. So yeah, I play a bunch of games and try to get really good at them. So if you want to just come hang out or chat or whatever, you can drop a follow. Alright, peace, God bless.